Hello everybody. Today I'm going to explain my method for changing the nozzle and leveling the bed on a Creality CR10S Pro. The previous method I've tried, which is suggested by Creality, involved having to lower the bed to the lowest position and then proceeding with the bed leveling. I was not willing to go through that effort anymore, and like any reasonable person, I started thinking about a way to cut corners because cutting corners always ends up in interesting results. Maybe not the results you're after, but interesting nonetheless. First, you should turn on the printer. Manually rise the temperature of the printer hot end to 200 degrees Celsius, or whatever the melting point of your filament is. Move the hot end to the middle of the x-axis so you can have more space to work. Remove the screws that are holding the outside shell where the fans are attached and carefully position it out of the way. Be careful with the electric wires. I've heard that they are there for some obscure reason. I've used the flat end tweezers to remove the hot end silicone protection. This is the part where understanding the concept of why it's called hot end might come in handy in order for you to keep your skin attached to your fingers. With an adjustable spanner, I secured the heater block, and with the key provided by Creality, I removed the nozzle by rotating it to the right. Left. Always turn it left to remove the nozzle. After the nozzle is removed, you can screw the new nozzle. In my case, I'm changing from 0.4 mm to 0.2 mm nozzle. Tighten it with the key provided while holding the heater block with the spanner. Put the silicone protection and the fans back to its place, and the first step is complete. Now we start the steps to level the bed, and the first thing to do is manually rise the bed temperature. I usually set it to 50 degrees Celsius, but you should use whatever temperature you are going to be printing with. It's time to lower the nozzle close to the bed, and for that I use the side-threaded rods. I rotate using the blocks on the bottom. If we were to press the leveling option on the menu now, what could happen is that the hot end would come plunging down into the bed and press really hard into it and probably creating a hole in it. Like all arguments with your wife, the prints would all have the mark of that hole to remind you of that time that you made the wrong decision. The only solution for this problem would be changing the building surface. I put the gauge under the nozzle and lower it until I can feel some friction, but at the same time I can move the gauge with no effort. When you feel the nozzle is in the correct position, we are going to adjust the sensitivity of the proximity sensor. Turn the screw right, left until the light is off, and then turn it right until the light comes back on. Repeat these steps until you feel that the screw is right in the position where the light just comes on. I'll then go ahead and keep on manually moving the hot end up and down and make sure the light is turning on exactly where it should. After this step, we go to the printer menu and select leveling. Keep the gauge under the center position and check if the nozzle rests in the position that you set up before. If not, adjust the Z height on the screen options. If necessary, also adjust the screw for the proximity sensor. After you're happy with the position, press the home button and confirm that it's resting in the right position. For the next step, go ahead and turn off the auto leveling option. Press aux leveling. I assume you already know these steps, but basically you just go around all the corners and adjust the bed height to the nozzle by rotating the nuts under the bed. The more times you go by each corner, the more precise your leveling will be. Repeat the process until you do a full turn around all the corners and don't feel the need to adjust anything. You should again confirm that the home position hasn't changed and press auto leveling. And with this, we have the printer ready to print with the new nozzle. Of course, you still have the adjustments while you are printing, but you should be pretty much spot on. Please remember, I'm not a 3D printing guru. This is just an approach that works really well for me, and I thought it might help other users of this printer. I hope the content is somehow helpful. If you would do anything different or have any suggestions, please leave a comment. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.